Hey, what is going on guys? Welcome to another RB Hardware video. If you find it difficult deciding which processor to pick for your next gaming PC, how much you should spend on your processor at a given budget, well then you've come to the right video. If you find anything you like, all items are linked up down below. In case you don't want to miss any upcoming on my future PC builds, make sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video and tell us, what do you prefer, Intel or AMD? Share your opinion down below. Now this guide is mainly for you that plans on either upgrading your current rig or building a completely new gaming system with focus on getting as much gaming performance as possible. Now, there are several factors that I'm considering as I'm putting this guide together. First and foremost, my top goal is for your PC to be as future-proof as it can possibly be for as long as possible, and that is why you sometimes see me pick a cheaper SSD over, let's say, a cheaper processor for my gaming PC builds, for example, as I'm always trying to hit that, price and performance sweet spot. But I also look at availability, as there is no value for you guys me recommending a CPU that's been out of stock for a long time, or where low stock and high demand results in inflated pricing. So with the budget target at $300 for your next gaming PC, if we count for the chassis, motherboard, RAM and SSD, that should leave you with about $50 to perhaps $70 left for the processor. And that leaves us with a couple of dual core options from both AMD and Intel, which isn't really that future proof. And at this budget, I actually rather recommend you having a look at used parts from places such as eBay. However, if you want maximum warranty and you want to build a new system, I would first and foremost recommend the $49 dual-core Athlon 3000G, sporting a VEGA graphics, but don't expect too much in terms of graphics horsepower. Still, this $50 chip is the best one that you can pick. However, right now it does seem like it's out of stock as I'm making this video, and that leaves us with Intel as our only option. Now their best offering spells Celeron G4930, which is a dual-core CPU without hyper-threading and a very low-end graphics, actually so low-end I wouldn't recommend it as it barely is able to run games at a satisfying frame rate. So therefore guys, I actually recommend you having a look at eBay instead, or better yet, save up a bit more. Moving on to the much more exciting $400 to $500 budgets. So if you got a total budget of let's say $500 for your next gaming PC build, that should leave you with at least double the amount for the processor. So at this budget, AMD is dominating, and recently I put together a PC for about $550 and that sported a Ryzen 3 3100, and this is a 3rd gen quad-core processor that does fantastic in games, and this is only $99. Now I was pairing this with a used GTX 970 for about $100 on the used market. But that being said, I do understand if you guys don't want to pick up a used graphics card from let's say eBay. And so for all of you out there that want to buy new stuff with warranty, I would recommend AMD Zen Plus based Ryzen 3 3200G. This is a 4-core APU part that comes packed with a built-in graphics, coming in at also $99. Now the 3200G comes with VEGA 8 graphics, which as we can see does both Rocket League and Doom pretty damn well. But the ultimate choice at $500 would be the Ryzen 5 3400G. This is, however, $50 more, and so it does make it a bit hard to include here. I do, however, recommend you guys spending that $50 as the 3400G offers SMT and offers 4 more threads stand against the 3200G, which games do take advantage of, and you're gonna see that you gain performance by having more threads basically. Now the 3400G is not included on this list here, but in terms of CPU performance, it is about 5% faster in single core load and about 35% faster in multi-core stand against the 3200G. But yeah, let's go back to eBay super quick again. So at 500 bucks, if you do consider eBay, you can actually include a 3rd gen Ryzen 3 3100 for 99 bucks and then add, let's say, a GTX 970 or perhaps a GTX 1060. Both of these cards offers fantastic 1080p performance and they are selling for around 100 bucks on eBay. Now, I actually made a video just a few days ago based on these parts, and you'll find that video linked down below in case you're interested. So last tip here, although the Ryzen 3 3300X can be a bit hard to find, and yeah, the prices seem to be a bit inflated. If you are able to snag one for around 120 bucks, that should leave you with around $80 for the graphics card on eBay, and that should give you plenty of gaming performance as well. Moving on to $600 and $700 budgets. Now even at 600 bucks, the $120 AMD Zen 2 based 3rd gen Ryzen 3 3300X is the obvious pick and the personal favorite of mine. But unfortunately, yeah, it does seem to be out of stock everywhere, so it makes it very hard to recommend. But yeah, thankfully things are looking brighter for the smaller 3100 sibling with an MSRP of 99 bucks. Right now, however, it does seem to be selling for $120, but in my opinion, it is still a viable option. Taking a look at Intel, they got Comet Lake, which also does fantastic in games, and nowadays you can get a Core i3 CPU, and these are quads, and that can make the 10,100 a good pick for your PC with a $600 target. Moving on to $700, I would either pick the 6-core Zen Plus based 3600, and this is selling for $139, or you can even get the Zen 2 based 3600, and both of these are 6-core and 12-thread parts. But yeah, the 3600 is obviously better. Here's how I look at it. If your budget allows you to pick a slightly better CPU without having to impact the budget for the graphics card, I would pick the 3600 point blank. But if you only got about $140 to spend here, yeah, the 2600 is a very good choice, and yeah, and I would take the CPU in a heartbeat. With that said, let's move on to the 4-digit mark. So when I calculate for my PC builds I make for you guys, I always like to spend most of my budget on the CPU and the graphics. I like to spend a bit extra here because these two parts are from, a gaming point of view, the single PC components that carry the most importance. So what if you decide that you want to upgrade your monitor to a faster 144Hz, let's say a 4K one in the future? Yeah, that would also require a beefier graphics card, so if you don't want to be forced to upgrade your CPU at the same time because it's probably going to be too slow and bottleneck the system, I do think it's nice to have a bit of headroom in terms of CPU performance and have these thoughts as I'm calculating my budget. So with that said, at $1,000 or above, either 6 or 8 cores is what you want to aim for here. Now picking the 8-core Zen 2 based Ryzen 3700X will have you sitting safe for a long time. Now this CPU is however a bit more expensive, and it generally suits you with a budget beyond $1,000. But with the budget fixed at, let's say $1,000, I recommend either the Intel Comet Lake Core i5 10400 priced around $180 or AMD's Ryzen 5 3600. Now both are 6-core parts. The Core i5 is however a bit hard to find in stock, so yeah, that makes the 3600 your best bet at this price point. Let's say you specifically want to stream on your PC, you want as many cores as cheaply as possible. Yeah, for you guys, I would recommend AMD's last gen Ryzen 7 2700. And if you want the best and fastest for as low as possible, the Intel Core i7 9700K is your answer. Now again, for budgets beyond $1,000, you want to pick the 8-core Ryzen 7 3700X or maybe AMD's brand new 6-core 50th Ryzen 5600X. I haven't actually tested the 5600X yet, but yeah, but it is said to be the fastest single-core CPU on the market, so I am planning to do a PC build on this one very soon, so make sure to subscribe to never miss any upcoming PC builds. So shameless plug here, if you have PC related issues you simply cannot figure out on your own, you definitely want to be one of the first joining the Discord server. This will be the easiest way to get help from either me or rest of the communities. So head down to the video description and join the RBN Hardware Discord server today. Now further down the line I will be hosting challenges, I will be doing giveaways and much more guys, so you definitely wanna join the Discord. Now all CPUs mentioned are linked up down below. Now if you like this video, please leave the video a big thumbs up and let me know what other PC guides you would like to see coming up next.